Alright, this video is just going to be a review of the Weekend Jam number 3, which we entered. Obviously, the name explains that you only had the weekend to complete a game, which had to be 2 buttons. There was 106 entries altogether, so quite a few people entered. Yeah, it should be... it's going to take a while to play the games, obviously, so the voting doesn't end for a few days. But we entered the game CHERUBURN into the jam, which is this one here. So if you get a chance, if you see this video, give it a bit of a play. That would be nice. But yeah, hopefully you enjoy the video, and yeah, I'll catch you at the end after the reviews. Alright, so this first game is called Woodchucks, Chuck and Wood at Chuckwoods. I think I pronounced that correctly. Now this one took my eye in the little game thumbnails when I saw the games got submitted. So this was quite a neat little game, if you can call it that. There's not too much to it, just chopping wood. But it's quite a challenge. You've got to get your timing correct. And yeah, the graphics are really nice on this one. The main character sort of reminded me a bit of in the style of a moomin, one of the creatures from that, if you know those books. But yeah, it was really nice, cutesy graphics. This one overall, I think will do quite well. In the jams, they kept it simple, and the sound effects are funny as well, like in the game. So yeah, this one I had to give a lot of credit to. I can see there was quite a lot of love involved in making this one, I think. So well done with this. Yeah, good job. Alright, this next game is called Downgeon. Now this was one of my favorites so far. I just love the style that they had going on here, like an old NES game. It was really neat. The only things that it had lacking was obviously the person, I believe it's because they got sick. There was no kind of classic retro MIDI sounds put into it, or like a little soundtrack, which really could have made it come to life a little bit more, because what they had there was like fantastic, I gotta say. There's like, I think it was 5 different enemy types. You got like a spider, a bat, I think a zombie, a skeleton that throws bones. That reminds me of something.
Throw me a frickin' bone here!
And then you had my least favorite, or should I say the trickiest ones, the witches. Yeah, they were quite a tough one to get past, but it had really neat idea for like how to block in the game, which was turning around so that your shield blocks the projectiles. I had a hard time working out how to block the witch's spells that she'd cast at you. But yeah, this was really neat. I'd be curious to know how far you can actually get in it, if it's like Tetris or whatever, it just keeps going with your skill. But I made it, I think, to 20, which I was quite happy with. But yeah, this really well done job here. And the color palette, the limited color palette, you did so much with all the enemies, have a really unique feel to them. So yeah, really well done. This one I really enjoyed. And it's funny, it's another example of, you know, often the simplest ones are the most fun. So yeah, good job here. Definitely looking forward if you add sound and sound effects to this. That's the only thing that was really lacking from it. You know, you might throw in a story there in the start as well, a little story screen, but other than that, you know, really good job.
Number 25.
Alright, this next one is called Robo Duet, which I guess was because you're meant to play it 2 players. One player does up and down, the other player does left and right, but it was pretty tricky even just doing those controls yourself, playing it as an individual person. But yeah, this was really nicely done little game. Looked quite polished, the graphics. It was like a cross, to me, what I took it as a cross between like Minesweeper and Bomberman, it reminded me of. But yeah, really cute little game. It was actually really hard, like if you don't pay attention, you can get caught out pretty quickly. So yeah, this one I guess could have been improved with like maybe a story at the start, perhaps, but it was quite good for what it was. Like I had quite a bit of fun with this one. You know, trying to get around those laser beams, they get you pretty good, and it's quite clever. If you get flustered, then you walk onto one of the traps, which get you. So yeah, this one had quite a bit of thought put into it, I can see. The 2-player mode, I imagine, is very, very tricky if I had trouble with the 1-player mode, so that would be interesting to give it a try. That way I guess you've got to like kind of bark out orders to each other as you see the things coming. So yeah, well done with this one. I think the only thing I mentioned is perhaps if you do really good at it, it would be nice for some recharge stations or something to give you your health back, so you can keep going if you're having like a particularly good round, because obviously it, you know, scores you how long you survive. So yeah, that would be cool. But yeah, good little game anyway, for what you've done here. Well done. Alright, this next one's called Picadilly Lily. This one was a really neat, different kind of take on Pong. Yeah, I really quite enjoyed this one. Yeah, I think it's just recorded off the screen, but there's a little like Pong board that you obviously had to bounce the ball off of. It was really clever though. It had quite a few like neat power-ups like that one there, which makes you kind of go Super Saiyan for a bit, like, you know, super speed while it lasts. But yeah, the little bouncy ball as well gives you like a, if you catch it when it comes down, it gives you like a bigger ball, so it makes it slightly easier. Yeah, this one was real fun. It had like quite quaint little graphics as well. So well done with this one. I had a good little go at it, and there was quite a lot of challenge to it. So yeah, you achieved that, and yeah, quite a well done little game. So thank you. I'll just throw in at the end that, yeah, like the other ones, it maybe could have had like a slightly better title screen with the options, and maybe a little story screen, like not particularly anything animated, just, you know, like little shots or something like that. But yeah, well done anyway, again.
This town ain't thirsty enough for the both of us.
Okay, this next one's called Lito Rapido. So yeah, this was quite a good little quick draw kind of Western game. It was very challenging. I cut out a lot of the scenes of me trying to get past level 7 in particular, which was right before the final draw, which is actually easier than that particular one, but maybe it's because I got my skill up enough that I was able to knock that one out, so having so many attempts at level 7. But yeah, this was kind of a neat little one for what it was. Quite a good idea to come up with for this 2-button game jam. I think obviously they used an asset pack for it, but an asset pack for the sprites and things, but they added things like the blood and stuff, which was a nice touch. But was that, yeah, I really like the little cacti man. They're quite cool in this game. But yeah, same with this one, maybe like a little story screen could have helped at the start, but I like the little ending text how it says that you are the best gunslinger in the land, I think. Yeah, so this was quite a good little one. Yeah, you are the fastest gun slinger amigo. So yeah, good job here. It was quite a challenge. Alright, this next one is called The Tale of Two Buttons. This got a little comic at the start of it, which kind of takes you into the game. This one was quite a trippy experience I wasn't expecting. I don't know what's going on with the sound, but that was part of the trippiness, obviously. I don't know if it was glitching, but this part was terrifying because, my god, that mother spider could move so fast. So yeah, you achieved the fear factor on this one. I don't know whether it needs, obviously, to be unglitched somehow, because I couldn't really complete it and it shook around so much that when I got to the end there, I couldn't tell whether that's the other button that you're trying to make it to at the end up on this little platform. Yeah, so I don't know whether it was working quite correctly, the game, so I can't really judge it there. I can just judge it on what I can see, but yeah, you achieved. Yeah, the little baby just really creepy as well, but the mother spider, on some other like attempts at, like, because I thought it glitched this attempt, so I tried again, it let down and got me. So yeah, that's definitely terrifying. The cat's pretty funny, and like the foot that comes down and tries to stomp you. This was quite a creative one, be it obviously a little bit faulty from what I could see, but yeah, well done on the creative front. See, I think I just kept falling here at the end, so yeah, thank you. I had a little bit of fun while I did play it.
3, 2, 1, blast off!
Okay, return to sender. This one here, you've got to collect all this trash and stuff, so I really think the art style was quite neat. It looked kind of like out of a sketchbook or something like that. The style, obviously colored up nicely, but it kind of looked like felt tip pens or something. But yeah, it's quite a different one from the other one. You've got to ascend through the atmosphere and collect up all of this stuff as you come down to collect points. So trash and things like that, I think. Obviously, I think there's these little bomb things that can blow you up. I couldn't quite catch them on my way down, but I think they're like little, yeah, not cannonballs, yeah, bombs. But yeah, this one was quite fun. I think the screen could have been obviously a little bit bigger, so you could perhaps branch out and collect those things so you wouldn't go whooshing past them. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with the spinning mechanism and stuff like that, and yeah, cheers for submitting the game. Alright, so this is just going to be a quick look at CHERUBURN, our game that we entered into the jam. So there's not going to be any commentary talking through here, it's just giving you a glimpse. If you want to have a play after having a look at it, feel free, so that you can make it onto the leaderboard. Needs a lot of work, but it wasn't too bad for completing it for the weekend jam, so reasonably happy with it. But yeah, there's some more stuff after in the video as well, so thanks for watching.
School soft.
Alright, that ought to wrap it up for the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Just going to leave you with some playthroughs of some games I didn't really have time to do a voiceover for. I played, and there's quite a few games in the jam I unfortunately wasn't able to play, but here's some of them that I just wanted to show you. You should be able to see the titles of the games if you want to give them a play. Feel free, that would be great. But thanks for watching the video. Remember folks, if you liked the video, please like and subscribe.